वेलकम सर इन KDSushma चैनल.
Thank you.
ग्वार गम इंडस्ट्री के बारे में, ग्वार गम एक्सपोर्ट के बारे में, there is a related like very much curiosity about that.
Right.
So about your company and the product and about the Guar Gum.
So I'm the 5th generation in our company. Our company is called Abdullah Bhai Abdul Qadir. It's named after my great grandfather. I started in the family business 5 years ago. My father established the Guar Gum factory in 90 gum. Before this, of course, we were doing a lot of cardamom, goat hair, spices. Then 1980s onwards, we thought that Guar Gum is a growing trend worldwide. That's what implemented the factory setup.
Okay.
And so far, it's been a wonderful journey in this business. And simultaneously, we've also grown in our spices trade, in our other food ingredients and agri commodities.
Okay, that's great to know about that. So which markets you have covered?
So mainly we cover the Middle East. When I talk about Middle East, I mean Iraq, Syria, Yemen, Jordan, Iran, Dubai, and also many other parts of Africa like Egypt and Morocco, Madagascar, Reunion Islands. So this is our predominantly primary markets. And of course, as we speak, we are trying to tap into Southeast Asia and some parts of Europe.
Okay, that's great.
Yes.
So mainly about the Guar Gum. So what is this product and which industries it is mainly used?
Yes, so Guar Gum Powder is nothing but like a thickener and stabilizer. It is mainly used in the food industry because it has excellent thickening properties. When I say food industry, I mean it uses in noodle, pastas, ice cream manufacturing, also sauces like ketchup, mayonnaise, and various other food applications. There is also a technical industrial grade, which is used in oil well drilling.
Okay.
So when you want to extract shale gas from the ground, which is a process called fracking, you pump a lot of guar gum into the veins for easy extraction of the oil from the ground.
Okay.
Because guar gum is an excellent thickener, stabilizer, and it's completely natural. There is no chemicals or preservatives added.
Okay.
So it is edible as well as organic in nature by the law of nature.
Right. So that is why it is mostly used in the food industry.
In the food industry mainly, yes.
Mainly food industry.
Yes.
So it is mainly done by the B2B trade you are doing.
We are mainly doing B2B trade.
Okay.
Because the guar gum is such a product that it's used in factories.
In factories.
To make these products.
So they use as a raw material.
As a raw material, maximum 1 or 2% is used in different product mixes.
Okay.
So it is only a B2B trade. B2C, no one would really buy guar gum over the counter.
Right. So it is like any criterias or any specifications in that product while purchasing?
Yes. The main criteria is to be 100% sure where you're buying the raw material from, because the strength of the guar seed and the guar split will define how good your powder viscosity and the blend is. So the raw material is very important where you purchase. Secondly, all your machinery should be stainless steel. There shouldn't be any foreign matter or foreign properties entering the guar gum because after all it's used in the food industry.
Right.
And thirdly, you must have all the certifications, for example, halal, kosher, ISO, because most of these countries as a compulsion, they need these certifications.
Okay.
And of course, lastly, the packing also has to be in a vacuum pack condition so that there is no problem of contamination, any pesticides or anything, any problems while shipping.
Okay.
Any microbiology developing within the guar gum. Because it takes at least 1 to 2 months sometimes for the container to reach the destination.
Okay, that's good. So if anyone wants to do the trading of the Guar Gum,
right?
So is there while you mention all the certifications that is needed to them also or to the manufacturers?
No. So you can, if you want to trade, of course you can also trade in guar gum. The trading house or the export house is possible to get the certifications as a contract manufacturer or a toll manufacturer from other factories.
Okay.
So not necessarily you have to use or disclose your manufacturer's details.
But they can get
halal.
But they need that certificate.
Yes, they need the certificate. Especially halal is very important. And most people also ask for ISO or equivalent of an ISO, like a BRC or an FSSE or even other such, HACCP.
For the quality standards.
For the quality standards is necessary. And some countries also ask for specific test reports from an authorized lab in their country. For example, SGS works worldwide, Geochem, or a Bureau Veritas.
Like that.
Yes, exactly. So these bodies.
So you need to give the samples to them, they test and then
they approve it, and then exactly.
Okay, then the shipment.
Then ship and release it from their port of unloading.
So these certifications, while you what are the countries you mentioned? So they required all.
Not all, but most of them.
So it means which is the easy to enter market?
I think most easiest is Dubai. There's less certifications. Second, I would say Syria, Lebanon, Yemen. That belt also is easy to enter because they are not fastidious at all on certificates.
Okay.
But yes, Jordan is very fussy. Saudi Arabia very strict.
Yeah,
on
that is
Egypt,
really very
yes,
strict.
they need certificate of conformities and various other parameters and measures which you have to do before shipping.
Like people are mentioning, if you are supplying to Saudi Arabia, then you are crack the US market also.
Yeah,
because it's the same like the US. They are working.
Like the US, exactly.
Yeah, in the compliance and the quality.
In the quality aspects.
Both.
True.
So while you mentioned the Lebanon, Syria, Yemen, so while more people are skeptical about that markets because it's never heard countries.
Exactly.
And like very risky country, it is a myth or it is true?
No, it is absolutely true. That's why it's very important to work on advanced basis and work with people who you trust. It's better to travel there, maybe through exhibitions or trade delegations, and meet people face to face, build up a relationship, and ensure that there is advance coming in before you execute any shipment to those countries. Because they're high risk. There's usually a war or some surcharge happening, and payments can be a problem.
So insecure environment is
yes, and they don't have prime banks. Some of them, are secondary banks. So even sometimes honoring the LC or not is questionable with these countries. And
so we cannot trust on the LC.
Yes. So it's important you have at least 10 or 20% advance upon order confirmation. And the balance amount should be released before your goods are released by the party in those respective countries.
Yeah. So against the shipment or before the delivery?
Before the delivery, absolutely. Even till date, although we are an old government recognized export house, our company, Abdullah by Abdul Qadir, is established in 1869. So it's been at least over 150 years. But still, till date, we don't give credit or we don't work on DA basis for only these reasons.
But the market is ready to give the advance.
Yes, some customers are ready to give, and some who don't, then we don't entertain them because rather have a good night's sleep than to chase payments and go to Yemen the next day.
Yes. Because first you are dealing with such risky countries, and then on the such payment terms.
Exactly.
Then it's really risky.
Exactly. But the advantage with these countries is that they are not so fussy on the certifications.
Yes.
They sometimes give you a price benefit because not everybody is,
actually
not that competitive as a compared to
so
the
we can say the less competition, the high risk, less competition, so the higher rewards also.
Correct.
So that is one thing.
That is one thing, true.
So how to develop the market or how you are doing that?
So I think I had a base that was thankfully, so I could set and develop it further by, let's say, traveling more, by visiting and participating in exhibitions. Of course, then also there's a software called Dollar Business or Volza, which gives you import-export data. That has been very helpful. I have taken up a subscription for it. So to analyze that data, to contact people from that data, emailing, calling, WhatsApping, and try to make some leads. And of course, emailing is definitely helps. And through references, through building up network. Let's say I have 2 importers in Yemen. I'm in touch with them. They sometimes guide me what else can be worked out. Or if they know people in their network, then they prefer us. So that's more trusted to enter in that market. Or Dubai or whichever other country, I think.
These are multiple ways where you need to target to all the ways and then.
But I would say the best way is through reference.
Yes.
What in-person meetings and what reference can help, that's the best.
The best way because the trust and genuinity is more.
Is already there. 50% of the battle is won because the trust is there, and the payment also is relatively secure. And of course, the next ways, which is open market, which is
and which one will hit, you don't know that. But you need to target everything.
Absolutely. For my example, my hit ratio is 1 or 2%. So if I contact 100 people, maximum 5 or 6 will revert and 1 or 2 will convert. So you have to go through that 100 people.
Even what you said is very correctly. And being an experienced exporter, that really matters a lot because people are always thinking that हमने 100 लोगों को mail भेजा, किसी का reply नहीं आता तो किसी काम का ही नहीं है. And they are not stopping there, like not putting efforts.
Yeah, so that's why you don't have to lose motivation. You have to be at it. Kabhi na kabhi it will click.
Yes.
So you have to be.
We need to push that.
You have to push it. Absolutely.
Then only
today's competitive market. And thanks to the internet, it's also an advantage. But
it's a
disadvantage also because the whole trade is open. From the supplier, manufacturer.
Nothing is hidden now.
Nothing is hidden.
Yes.
If you give a buyer $5 per ton more, they will probably not buy from you because someone is giving them better rate.
So that's true. And it's open to them also to judge it and compare it.
Yes, exactly.
That's true.
Exactly.
So about the challenges you faced or any experience you can share, like which really hit and you have overcome that with the experience.
Right. So there's one challenge we faced.
Now, like after
and one more challenge I faced once. Also, we had exported sesame seeds to Egypt around 2 years back, and there were about 6 containers. And what happened is when I confirmed the order, let's say the price was 100 rupees per kg. But by the time the goods reached the party in Egypt, the market in India had fallen to 85 rupees a kg. So although the buyer had given us a part advance, but he wasn't willing to give us the full and final amount because the market had fallen.
Okay.
But although we had told him we have bought at this rate, the market is volatile, these are commodities, prices go up and down, but he had refused. So eventually in this case, although we went to Egypt, we sat with the party, but he didn't agree. So we had to bring back those 6 containers.
Oh.
And that was the worst decision. Why? Because we spent much more to bring it back. And then the market here had fallen in India, so we had to sell at a discount. Okay. But we had to take that decision because we didn't have any other buyer in Egypt, nor was the existing buyer willing to clear it, and even at a discount. Okay. So these are also there's no solution to this, but
yes, but you have to do that.
Yeah, sometimes these things
you have
happen.
To face that.
You have to face that. Not all buyers are the best.
Yes, actually.
So they don't stand by. Yeah. So you have to work around your way.
So like the worst, there are best experiences also, but people are only choosing the
those examples.
Listening, like say only okay.
Correct.
But what is your experience? Like what you can say with this like bad experiences or the experiences you have like taken. So about the export business, what is your opinion?
So definitely overall export business is amazing. The fact that you get export benefits, sometimes you get a good margin to earn when there is less of suppliers in that particular product, and volumes are there. Although margins are not as good maybe, but the volumes are definitely there. And you get that export recognition, you get good bank limits because of the export LCs, other parameters that you're able to pull from.
Okay.
And the best part is that there's no limit. For example, you're working in 10 products, but somebody might inquire 11th or a 12th product, and even those you can try and develop.
So you can multiply that.
You can multiply that. Yes.
Okay. So when new people or new startups, they are always thinking like I will do this and they will do that, and the multiple things actually.
Right.
So what do you suggest to them, like when they should multiply or when they should how they can start?
So I think first they should get a grip on their product and first try and test the local market, and then of course slowly start and send samples and make sure the product norms are according to the export country and give it a shot. I think the easier markets would be, let's say, Dubai to start with. And even then they can slowly foray into other Southeast Asian countries like the Thailand or Malaysia or Vietnam, where they are easy to export with less of documents and hassle, and less shipping time, and ocean freights are also much lower.
Okay.
So yes, they should and look for a product which India is strong in. For example, on the agri front, India is quite strong in agriculture, and some of the crops and spices we grow, nobody else in the world grows. So that is an inherent advantage.
Yeah.
Then you can make an industry around it.
Yes. So the procurement is also very easy.
Yes.
And you can get it every time. So there is no shortage of the material.
Exactly. Because in most other chemicals as well as other plastic products and metals, China is very strong. So to compete with China is very difficult for Indian companies in that sector.
Yes.
Because every country has import duties. So you have to also work your way around it and make sure that your landed cost in that particular country is competitive for the person to consider your import.
Okay.
Yes.
So while dealing with multiple buyers, someone is giving the good margin, someone is very cut to cut, and somehow you can lose your profits and still you want to enter in that world. So how you are doing that?
This is a very good question. So we face a lot of competition. So in our primary product in Guar Gum Powder, because being a commodity, every day the price fluctuates. So what we have to do in this case, we have to hedge our position through NCDEX. There's a platform called National Commodities Exchange, where we hedge our position when we get an order. So at least in that particular day, and that rate is secured for us. Even if the rate goes up tomorrow, we have secured our order.
Still.
So very important, because this cutthroat competition, rates go up and down. Sometimes you're right, we have to even sell at a loss. Because like I said, in NCDX, we've covered today at 100, but what if the price falls tomorrow at 95? Still I have to fulfill my order at 100, even at a 5 rupee loss. But on an average, end of the year, let's say if you're on the plus side, then you've made a decent, workaround.
And that's
And a
why you
business in
are
it.
ongoing actually.
Yes,
So it
exactly.
means there is a sign of the positivity here. So the market is giving you the good returns.
Exactly. Like out of 10 orders, maybe you earn in 7 or 8, but 1 or 2 do go the other side.
Yes,
but
yes.
very important to maintain the customer, maintain the market, because there is 10 other people sitting behind who are wanting to get the same customer and undercut you, and to as a marketing cost to get the customer and even sell at a loss probably to him.
Maybe you can earn the profit afterwards.
Yes, that's exactly.
In the next orders.
Exactly. You have to not look at order specific, but look at it as a entire journey.
Yes, the business, how we can do the business in the long term.
Exactly.
So the game is all about the patience.
All the patience. Yes, a lot of effort, and especially in this competitive times, you have to give it your, not best, but more than best. To be able to retain, and then of course try and grow also in this space.
That's true.
Yes.
So this is actually not about the export, but it is about the business. The question is you are the 5th generation entrepreneur.
Correct.
The startup has definitely the good challenges, lot of challenges, and they have built this empire actually.
Right.
So as a 5th generation entrepreneur, what are the things you need to face, or you need to feel that is a challenge to sustain this journey and make it successful also?
Right. So the first challenge I see that, being an old organization, there were some practices which were quite, I would say traditional. So to bring in technology, to bring in some, market research, analytics, to then bring in this export data front, and also to use the power of internet to the maximum. That was one challenge which I had to, slowly adapt to and then bring into the organization. And secondly, some of the items had become, I wouldn't say as much of demand as they used to be in my father's time or grandfather's time. So to be able to let those go and focus on ones or introduce new ones which are more of the trend, and to develop and innovate with that particular product.
So in this way you can sustain in the business.
Exactly. And also to keep the continuation. For example, my father is, let's say, 67 today. So his connects are also that old in his mark. But important for me to be able to connect with their next generation. So to keep the continuation.
That's also one of the important things.
Yes, exactly. So because the most important is trust in these aspects. So never to,
So you need to live that bond and relationship.
Yeah, the relation, and exactly. Even you have to sometimes you travel to countries, no business comes of it, but you shouldn't be disheartened. You should maybe target another country at the next time, and be at it at least.
Just continue
2 or 3 times you should give that chance to that particular country,
and then the chances are more to
convert. True.
Okay.
True.
So what do you think about the scope of Guar Gum and the spices you are dealing in?
So I think the scope of Guar Gum is definitely quite strong. There is still a good market share which we can capture, and there's a good demand also still in the worldwide countries. And in spices, I think it's very volatile. Sometimes there's a good demand for coffee, sometimes cardamom, sometimes turmeric. So it's a very volatile market. I would say you have to be very careful while trading in spices, because it's like sometimes you can make money, sometimes you can also lose, because you never know how
because it's a commodity and highly fluctuating.
And in Guar Gum, at least because we have our manufacturing base, so we have a more strength in that. So even if, let's say, the market is volatile, but still we are able to sell it in some way or the other.
Yeah.
But in other trading, it's difficult to sustain when you suddenly your buyer dishonors.
Yes. And Guar Gum, we can say mainly it's a value addition product.
It's a value addition product also. So, and India is giving good export benefit, almost up to 3.5% in RODTP and other MSME benefits and the various other schemes. So 5% you get.
At least you get from
At least you get, true, on just the export front.
Yes, and you are an export house, right?
We're an export house. We're a 2-star government recognized export house.
Okay. So what are the benefits being a 2-star export house?
So we have this authorized economic operator scheme, which we are part of. So the most important benefit is that we're able to do factory stuffing. We get some quick movement into the port and sometimes directly into the vessel without much of checks and at the port or at the time of on wheel stuffing. So those benefits, sometimes even the clearing houses and the ocean freight companies give us favorable freight rates and a fast timely delivery of the container and the turnaround time of the transit. And apart from that, I would say we can get some bank limits if we wish. If we show
Definitely,
those
because it's a
papers.
credibility you build it in the
Yes,
market.
exactly.
That's a
Exactly.
good part actually.
Correct.
So
So
there are a lot many things actually we can discuss and
true.
because the never ending discussions in the international
and
business.
absolutely.
So what advice you can give to the people?
So I mean, definitely be at it. Never lose patience. Keep your goal, and you make full use of technology and all the internet softwares that we have. Export is definitely a competitive market, but once you set your feet in it, it's a good place to be in. You can develop volumes. Sky's the limit, and of course, there's a lot of multi-product possibility also.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah, so have a hero product which gives you the market entry, but also keep your eyes and ears open for what the buyer is asking and saying. And although you might feel that might work, might not work, it could be a waste of time. But in my personal experience, if I have done 10 market research or product, supplier findings, there are higher chances that those click from known people, or then to just search randomly on the internet and find some products and inquiries. So yes, it means like you need to go to the market, meet with the people, build the references, build the connects, and then the business will automatically exactly. So one fine example, and when I was in Madagascar 5 years back, I had gone mainly to push my spices and guar gum, but the client wasn't interested. He was interested in importing pharma and medical products from India. So at first I didn't take it seriously because we had no idea. We were not in that line at all. But then once he was following up, he came to India himself, and I saw the seriousness, and he was also ready to form an alliance. Is when I also dug deep in it. I started looking for suppliers. I found in those products, and then we started applying for the FDA license. And after 6 months, we managed to achieve it. And then we formed that partnership with him in supplying medical APIs and pharma products to him in Africa. So it was a personal experience. So anything can happen. Anything can happen. Exactly. You don't know, you don't know what can come through your way, and yeah. So just be in the market. Just be in the market, and yes, keep trying, and pushing things. Yes. That's a really great thing to connect with you. Thank you so much for talk with you for the opportunity. And yes, thank you so much for your time and opportunity. And I love your clarity and love your approach actually towards the international business. Thank you so much. Yes, and hopefully like the people will also get good experiences, like good learnings from your experiences and the discussion. Sure. Yes, thank you so much once again. Welcome. My pleasure. And for you, just take action.